Hey everyone, it's Bruce from Next Level Motorcycling. We've all been cooped up over the last couple of days, really a couple of weeks, with all the rain that's been going on, and I finally got out on the bike yesterday and just thought I'd make a quick little video about the sort of things that I look out for after rain, particularly heavy rain, long rain. I know this road really well, but this road may well have changed given all the rain that we've had. It doesn't take much for the condition of Australian roads to get pretty chopped up and changed. So I just wanted to kind of talk through some of the things that I'm going to be looking for. First thing that I'm looking for is just what we went through there. Not so much washouts, although you are keeping an eye out for that, but also cars dragging mud onto the road. The key to this sort of riding, as with all riding, is keeping your eyes up, looking as far ahead as you can. What we're looking for is debris on the road. You can see some stuff going past on the side of the road there. Often with winds and rains, it'll knock down leaves and sticks and that sort of thing. There hasn't been a lot of traffic on this road, certainly not a lot of motorbikes because it's been so wet. So I'm kind of looking out for those things that might still be existing on the road. The other obvious thing that I'm looking for is the road surface. Now, right now the surface is pretty good, but I know that as I get into the tighter stuff coming up here, the surface is likely to get pretty ordinary. So I'm really kind of watching what I'm doing around the lines that I'm taking and taking into account what surface is coming up for those lines. So I'm always trying to go wide and come in tight and come in late, but if a pothole's in the way, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be sacrificing that. So that means sacrificing some speed. So you can see there on the right, there's a little bit of, it's starting to get a little bit more choppy, a few more potholes. It's trying to stay wide still on my line. This is a really tight road and come in fairly late. Looking up as far as I can see to try and avoid the potholes that are going to be coming. Now there's a big pothole coming up here on the left, just past that motorbike there. So I've got to come right at that, I can see it, and that throws my line. So usually I'd be on the left more, so that means that I've got to watch my speed, and I'm going to be coming in a bit tighter there. See, usually the potholes will be towards the edge of the road, but you can see in this clip they could be literally anywhere. So you really want to try and keep your eyes up. Here we are coming up the hill. We'll come into some twisties again, lots of bush. Again, I wasn't able to go as wide as I would have liked. Car here, so I'm in a lot tighter. And again, coming wide. Let's see what's around this corner. And I'm looking right up. So that was a pretty typical line that I would take, no potholes, to really disturb the traction on the bike. The other thing is, if you're on loose road, like the surface isn't good, you have to be a bit more careful with your throttle. Giving hard throttle when your surface isn't good and you're on a lean is probably going to end up in you losing some traction. So I was just coming down the hill, turned around, come back, the road surface is a lot worse. We talk about not trusting the road surface, and when it's like this you can't trust what you're going to find. So, you know, really careful on the throttle. We just look at that surface. So if you're gunning it like you usually would on the throttle, then you could well lose traction if you're still on a lean. And for me, some guys like losing traction. For me, I like to kind of keep things as planted as I can. The other thing I want to kind of add, and it's probably a story for another time, is keeping your eyes up going down a hill. So you're really kind of trying to look for those potholes way before they come into what you're going to hit. The ones that you're seeing now on the GoPro, I've been aware of way before they're coming up. The GoPro doesn't really do that long distance stuff. So up here, I've had to change line on a corner, and what that has meant, because of a pothole, what that has meant is I'm just about to get pushed wide. But because my speed isn't a drama, I've got that extra to not go off into the bush. Now the other thing that's happened is I'm right in on this corner, so that's thrown my line. Just that one pothole has thrown my line, so usually I'd be out on the right for a corner. So you end up messed up for the next corner as well if you're not careful. So you've really got to just leave a bit up your sleeve for riding after rain and when the surface isn't great. So the rest is pretty much the same. I'm going to make a video about cornering lines and the ones that I choose. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, it's Bruce from Next Level Motorcycling. I'll see you on the road.